It's pillow talk, pillow talk, pillow talk, hey. Pillows and playing video games.
Welcome back to Pillow Talk.
We're talking about director's cuts. So there's a for example, I haven't seen it, but the Batman vs. Superman.
I haven't even watched the movie.
Yeah, it's garbage. Don't watch
exactly.
it. And apparently there's a director's cut where it makes the movie rated R.
Okay.
From PG-13 to R. And it's apparently a lot better than the initial one. Which makes you wonder, why the fuck didn't you just do the initial one in the first place if it was better?
I would say there's probably a couple reasons for that.
Well, there's studios and shit involved.
Right. A lot of times, like, for director's cut, it's a time thing. They don't want the movie to be too long.
Mm-hmm.
And so they cut out these scenes that probably explain important shit.
Mm-hmm. Or make it better.
And then you have, like, the whole, like, a lot of studios don't want to publish anything that's R because you have a smaller audience and you don't make as much money. Up until recently with, like, some of the R-rated superhero movies.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, pushing for the PG-13 rating.
Gotcha. This made me wonder. And then there was...
It's like if the Lord of the Rings extended editions had been, like, the actual cut, how many people wouldn't have watched it because it was, like, 4 fucking hours?
I mean, they're already 3, so at, like, the point, you know... What's another hour of awesome movie?
I mean, I guess, but, like, most of that, like, hour is, like, dialogue.
It is. There are some really cool... It's more that... The stuff that was cut, though, from the Lord of the Rings movies, I will say, is more for the book. The book
it
fans.
is. It's, like, more book stuff that's unnecessary for the telling of the movie.
Damn it. Because isn't there... There's the Two Towers one where they're...
There's that whole scene on the tower with Gandalf and Sauron. That's not in the original cut.
Then there's the one where there's a really shitty green screen, but it's still whatever. And it's Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli after Gandalf reveals he's Gandalf the White.
Mm-hmm.
And they're walking through Fangorn Forest and doing the whole dialogue bit about how he came to be and stuff.
Right.
Versus him just
hopping in and being like, yo, guys.
Yeah. Those are fucking good movies.
They're fantastic movies.
The books, I know you like the books.
I know, but they are tedious to read.
It wouldn't have been as bad if the Fellowship was a big culprit for me. Because it's like a text.
It is.
That one is. Two Towers, like, improved.
And then Return of the King's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, like, you get thrown right into, like, reading a textbook, basically.
Yeah.
Of, like, history and lore.
It's
like, I just want to get to the good shit.
Yeah. And it's good.
It is, but
it's a lot.
It takes time to read.
So that's a lot.
All way better than the Hobbit movies.
What movies?
Exactly. Those things were a disappointment.
Well, they're a disappointment if you saw them.
Yeah.
How many of those did we...
Hey, dude.
Are you fucking serious?
Dude, the game's over.
Dude, oh, thank God. Did we watch all those together or just...
yeah, we watched all of them.
Okay, we did?
Yeah.
I know, didn't you spend one of your free movies on Smog? The
Smaug
one?
We had, like, the Google Play free movie that I used on one of them.
And I remember watching...
Thank God it was free.
And we watched Battle of the Three Armies, inebriated with substances, and I remember watching that, and then I don't know and I remember we were just sitting on the couch because it was in the River House, and one of us, I don't remember who. Oh God, I lived that.
Barely.
Well, it was I think it might have been me. I don't know. I'm like, dude, do you really want to keep watching this? I think we paid for it, though.
We probably did.
I don't know. I remember we contemplated it, and then we just kept watching it. But it was really bad.
Yeah, they were. They were really bad.
The Three Armies one was, like, really, really bad.
I mean, the first two weren't that great.
The first one was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. It's just. And then Ashley had, like, bought me the original Blu-rays, and then, there's that whole thing. But then she was like, do you want me to buy the Hobbits too? I was like, no.
No, please,
Please
God,
don't
no.
waste your money.
Please, God, no.
It'd be better spent taking your $30 and just like burning it for warmth.
Yeah. Well, there's the one part because I mean, yeah, Peter Jackson still directed it, but he changed it. He basically did a George Lucas, where he had everything was practical effects and all that stuff and acting together. All the characters were together,
right?
And changed it to green screen. Like Ian McKellen, the guy who plays Gandalf, did his whole scene in the Shire with all the hobbits and the dwarves. It was just him reacting in a green screen room,
and like you don't get a good experience that way.
And there's a GIF of him. It's a GIF of him crying in that moment when he was sitting there. And it's a GIF saying, like, when you realize, like, all the pancakes are gone or something. But it's really from a part where he was crying over, like, this is what acting in movies has become. Like, he couldn't handle it. Which is really sad.
It is. Those movies are such a disappointment.
So you see the little shit coming out of the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a red moon going on. It's called a blood moon. I don't know where the moon's at, so I can't show you. But everything I've killed is now going to be resurrected.
And it's all going to come and try to kill you?
Well, they'll just all spawn back where they were.
Ah.
They don't just stay permanently dead.
It's
kind of
cool.
like I died and went back to a bonfire.
Right.
But it's kind of Ganon's effect on the...
That's kind of cool when that happens kind of randomly throughout the game after X amount of time.
Yeah, and it's really random because there's a famous incident of someone going to fight Ganon. He recorded it. And right when he was fighting Ganon, the blood moon happened and everything came and started fucking killing him.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's kind of a neat
and always have
mechanic.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of nice and thematic, but
yeah, it is pretty.
How many fucking arrows do I have?
7.
No, I don't. Do I really? No, I don't. Do I really? I have 10. I need 10 more, or else I can't fucking start the stupid thing.
You need 20 arrows to start the stupid thing.
Yeah, because he's like, you'll need at least 20 arrows to take on the divine beast.
Tell him to shut up and
then I told him, you know what? You're a fish. And I told him, you know what?
I'll go get this 20 arrows anyway.
If you were in my fucking tank, I wouldn't clean your tank, bitch. Because you ain't got hands.
Sure he does.
Well, yeah, but if he was a fish...
I mean, yeah, if he was a real fish, he wouldn't have hands.
If he was a real fish. I gotta tell you, taking care of fish, a lot more work than it leads on to be.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta fucking... Oh, it's a lot to do. And I got Grace that fish tank for her birthday. So, cause she wanted to, show mom and dad responsibility and stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm all for that. And, God, you have to... First, starting the water is ridiculous. And then if you want to clean the fucking tank, you have to take a third to a half of it out to replace it with room temperature water that you have to condition and do stuff
Right,
with.
you can't just, drop the water in because it'll shock the fish and kill it.
Yep.
And then, well, you don't have the problem here, but if you had chlorinated water, you couldn't use that. If you lived in the city.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I somehow got 9 arrows.
And then, yeah, when you're acclimating them to the water, you have to, leave them in their, little bag and set it in there for a little while.
Yeah.
Let them come up.
And you gotta clean all the shit in there, like the rocks and stuff, and clean the sides. And it's a whole thing.
Yeah. It's super nice if you can get just one of those pump filters. They suction cup to, the side of the tank. And it's got a charcoal filter and then a sponge filter, and just constantly pumps water through it and filters it, and then you replace filters.
Oh, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We still have to because one of the things was it was getting dirty really fast, and I asked Grace how much she was feeding the fish. She feeds them once a day, but it was how much food were you putting in there?
Right.
And she was putting
a lot of food.
And I was like, yo, you got to stop putting as much food, or else we're gonna be cleaning this all the time. And it helped a lot. But no, we have one of those because I got her a starter kit, which came with the tank, the pump, a filter for both the pump, and then the sponge thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
yeah, it's been a while since I've had a fish, but I had those turtles for a while, and it was a similar setup.
Yeah, I forgot
These
you
things
had
made
that.
such a mess.
Did they ever die? Obviously.
I released them.
Do you think they died?
Probably.
Oh,
They're
wow.
painted turtles. They're fucking everywhere.
Oh, do I have to go back to him? Oh no, he'll be waiting for me, right? Yeah, that's what he said, right?
Yeah.
He said
I was paying
He said he
attention.
was going to be waiting for me. Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, he is waiting for you. All right, next time on Pillow Talk, we're gonna talk to him.
Oh, and we're gonna do the Divine Beast.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, dude, that's it right here.
Oh, okay.
It's just taking 20 episodes.
Yeah, 23.
Really?
Yeah.